Hello, honeys. Come on in. This is Honey Talk, and my name is Melissa Lynn. I look crazy, I know, but it was kind of befitting of what I'm going to talk about. So I thought, okay, I'm doing it on camera. I'm going to do my makeup while I talk about what came on my mind. But this is not a makeup tutorial because basically I only try to not scare folks. So I don't know how to do my makeup, man. I just sort of like do a little, and this is my daytime. And later, as you know, I'm filming Bees Reads, so I'll get a little more spiffy then. But anyway, I just wanted to talk today about speaking on perfectionism and art, or perfectionism and going forward with whatever your uncharted territory is, whether that be a promotion or this aspect of yourself that you've always wanted to develop, or something that you do in your private time that you don't tell anybody about for fear of fear. It's always fear. So I want to talk about walking through that, producing through fear. Okay? So, I remember seeing this sign up in a tattoo shop at Empire Tattoo in San Bernardino one time, and it was something to the effect of the difference between animals and humans is art. But I disagree with that, because animals make art constantly. They just don't have the, they can't tell us about how fabulous it is. But I don't even know that they don't have an ego about it. I don't know. I can't talk to a damn spider about that amazing web design. I don't know. Oh, they're web designers. Anyways, so with that said, I have, as you know, I am somebody, through my lifetime, I have come up with all kinds of wacky ideas. Here's an instance. I remember being in 4th grade, and Grease, the movie, was the rage. I don't know if it was the rage, but with me it was all the rage. It was everything to me. So I would walk around every day with a little recorder and play that soundtrack every day at school. Okay? So, show and tell. Everybody brings stuff to show and tell. Not me. I gathered a group of people that I had chosen, or that were dumb enough to go along, and I had them meet me at this tree on the playground every day at lunchtime, where we would rehearse singing and learning Grease Lightning. I, of course, would be John Travolta. Not literally, but for some reason I wanted to do that song, probably because it's badass. So we choreographed it, or should I say I choreographed it, of course. And then we performed it eventually for the class, with somebody manning the recorder to turn it down when he says, I think he says shit at some point. And instead of turning it down, they turned it all the way up on accident. So anyway, my point being, I'm always coming up with weird ideas and then going forward. I don't have that. I think maybe because we move so much, I don't have that community thought. I'm not accustomed to that, so I just sort of come up with ideas, and my mom would support me, and my brother are like, yeah, that's great, you're amazing. And because we moved so much, we didn't know that they weren't like that. I don't know. Anyway, we didn't know not to go forward on things sometimes. I don't know. So with that said, when you do this, when you come up with something and fear holds you back from proceeding, maybe you write a million things down that you're trying to write a book, or you're trying to write a poem, or you're trying to express your thoughts, and you get frustrated and you crumple it up over and over and over, or painting over and over and over. Or you think, oh, I'd love to wear my hair like that, or I'd love to start doing yoga, or I'd love to go back to school, or I'd love to try, going back to whatever it is for you, totally changing careers, or just whatever it is. Okay, but it's scary because you don't know, and where I am, I know things, and it's like, it's comfortable there. It's really comfortable. Then I can get really good at that, and that is such a cool way to live life. I'm totally into the specializing. Yes, yes, yes. But beyond that, okay. So I remember a friend of mine teaching me about loving somebody, but it's not necessary. She would express herself out of love, and she didn't care if you liked her, because she loved you, but she doesn't care if you like her. Okay? And I can love you and not like things you're doing. So I'm going to go forward with love, or my intention, and I just can't worry about whether or not y'all like me, or it hinders my forward motion. I will get stuck there because of my mind wants to strive towards perfectionism, or it participates in trying to be perfect. It's survival, right? Like, it's not even it is ego driven, but it is survival, basically. So it comes from this really sweet space within us that just wants us to be okay, to be liked, to be safe within the community, to be a part of, because through that we get all of these wonderful godlike experiences through others, and that vulnerability with each other. But if I'm not willing to put myself out there, I remain stuck. I remain stuck in things I've wanted to do, dreams, desires, that then eventually, having never tried, that will be a different sort of suffocation. And sometimes I think that if we think we're not away, I'm not somebody who takes chances like that. That was a story we already had, but are we sure that still is applicable today? I had a friend one time early in the morning say, I'm lazy and I procrastinate. And it was early in the morning, and this person had already done pretty cool things. We did this spiritual thing. She was off to go apply to college, and I was like, honey, you're neither a procrastinator or are you lazy. It's early and you've already done this thing, and now you're off to do that thing. So sometimes we just carry that story as if today isn't a new day. I'm not saying you're a different person. I'm saying, I don't know, am I the person that doesn't take chances, or am I the person that takes a chance on something I've been thinking about forever today? Maybe today I am that person. Okay? We change. So it's scary. You do open yourself up for judgment, and it comes, right? So that comes. So on that, I wanted to speak. Okay, so the comments about how fabulous you are. I'll speak about myself. That's the only way to do this. The comments about how fantastic I am, or beautiful, or whatever. It's a matter of perception, first of all. So one person thinks I'm beautiful and another person thinks I'm a toad. So it's perception. And am I always beautiful? Hell no. Obviously, you see me doing this somewhat face that I'm doing right now. So, do I have bumps and lumps? Yes. Do I have to cover them up? Yes. No, I don't. But do I sometimes? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. So, and also, if I start taking seriously, now, do I appreciate them? Do I appreciate folks' kindness? Oh, yes, I totally appreciate it. But if I start thinking I am so fabulous, and really thinking I am fabulous, you are right, oh my God, I am beautiful, and I start letting all that go to my head, not always fabulous, and I'm not always beautiful. And sometimes I'm beautiful on the inside and I don't look beautiful on the outside. And sometimes I look beautiful on the outside and I'm not beautiful on the inside. It just depends, right? So I have to be careful about the hype as well, because, again, these folks are just seeing me for 15 minutes or whatever. Or maybe they've been, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, sorry, this keeps falling off. But, so now unkind comments. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, there's lots of ways. You're going to get all of it. Whether you're online like me and putting yourself out there, or if you're just taking chances within your own circle, your own church, your own friend group, your own family, your own town, whatever. Or if you're starting something online, okay? Don't let it go to your head like you're so fabulous, number one. Like, yeah, okay, like, have some perspective about it, at least, right? I think it's healthiest, okay? But also the unkind comments for myself. Sometimes they hurt. Ouch. And that's okay. That's good for me to learn. And also, typically, it's not about me. It's about them, right? Like, to take the time out to write somebody that you know or don't know something super kind of unkind publicly, when they've put themselves out there, or anytime, that can't be about me. That's a decision. Now, did I cause something in this person? I didn't, but did it come up? Yes. And then they chose to go forward with expressing that. Well, they're allowed to do that. That's what's so cool. They are allowed to do that, but I've had different levels of dealing with it, so I'm learning how to walk through that, right? Should I believe all of those comments? No, I'm going to believe the good comments and the bad comments about as equally. If there's something valuable there for me to learn, okay, but if it's just unkindness to hurt, I have a dear person that I love says, well, lots of folks say this, but hurt people, okay? So that's it. When I've hurt people, it's probably coming from a hurt spot, okay? So the unkind comments, it's just one person's perspective. Does it speak to who I am? Again, the good ones and the bad ones are only seeing this much of a person if they're following them online, or if they know you at work. They only get to see you in that environment through their filter of who you are for them, right? Your position in the family, your position in the friend group. So each individual within there is going to have their own filter with which they see you and your actions. So, what will happen if you take a chance and it fails miserably? Depends. But if it's coming from your heart and it's coming from truth, I say go forward. I say don't hinder yourself with fear. Take a shot on yourself. Take a chance in going forward. And here's what we get to do. I made little notes because I wanted to be able to cover a couple of things and stay kind of on topic. Okay, so our relationship, we get to work on communication. We get to work on boundaries. We get to practice pausing or speaking kindly. We get to practice tolerance, and we get to proceed through fear. So those are the cool things about taking chances. Breaking new ground, stretching through your own boundaries to discover new levels of yourself and your relationship with other people. So I shall go forward today with my weird ideas, and I suggest you do the same. Thank you for joining me on Honey Talk. Ciao.